Before we begin, I want you to know something important. The space you're stepping into, it isn't about fixing yourself, or proving anything, or becoming someone new. It's a place to breathe, a place to soften, the place to meet the parts of you that never got the gentleness they deserved. I'm not here as a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose you. I'm simply a steady voice to sit with you for a little while as you move through this alphabet of needs you were never meant to carry alone. You can pause whenever you need. You can come back whenever you're ready. There's no pressure here, just presence. So take a slow breath in, hold, and release. When you're ready, we'll begin. I want you to get somewhere comfortable, somewhere safe, somewhere your body can soften just a little. Make sure nothing around you is overstimulating. If you need noise-canceling headphones, put them on now. Place both feet on the floor, hands resting gently on your lap. Let your shoulders drop. Take a deep breath in, hold, and slowly release. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, hold, and release. One more time. In, hold, and let it go. Now imagine your feet reaching down into the earth, connecting with the soil, with the roots, with something steady. Let the ground hold what you don't need to carry. If your eyes can close comfortably, let them close. If not, soften your gaze in front of you. Imagine a chair, an empty chair. And in that chair, place your younger self, whatever age feels right. 5, 7, 10. There's no wrong choice. If anything becomes overwhelming, pause, drink water, breathe. Come back when you're ready. Now, let's begin. Now that your body is settling, I want to invite you into a visualization. Only if it feels safe and comfortable to do so. If at any point this becomes too much, pause the audio. Take a breath. Drink some water. We'll step away and return when you feel ready. You're in control of this experience. If your eyes can close comfortably, let them close. If not, simply soften your gaze in front of you. Imagine a room. It can be any room your mind chooses. The childhood bedroom, a living room, the classroom, the relative's house, or a place that simply feels familiar. There's no right or wrong choice. Let the room appear gently. Notice the details. What color are the walls? Is there carpet or hardwood? Is there a window? Is it daytime or nighttime? What's the temperature in the room? What sounds do you hear? A fan, the TV in another room, cars passing outside, a dog barking, silence. Let the senses come online slowly, without forcing anything. Now, in the center of that room, imagine a chair. A simple chair. A safe chair. And when you're ready, only when you feel comfortable, place your younger self in that chair. Choose the age that needs the most gentleness. The age that didn't get heard, the age that didn't get held, the age that needed someone to show up. 5, 7, 10. Whatever age rises first is the right one. Let that child appear softly. Look at what they're wearing. Is it a shirt you remember? Pajamas, school clothes, something you wore all the time. Notice their shoes, or maybe they're barefoot. Notice their hair, their posture, their expression. Do they have a scar on their knee from when they fell off their bike? Do they have a mark on their arm from a moment they didn't feel safe? Do they look tired, hopeful, confused, brave, small? If there are tears in their eyes, just notice. You don't have to fix anything. You're simply witnessing. Now take in the room again. What does it smell like? Laundry detergent, old carpet, the candle, food cooking, the outdoors drifting out. What do you hear? Footsteps, voices, traffic, wind, or maybe just your own breath. Let all of your senses open, so you can be fully present with this younger version of you. If you need a moment, take it. If you need tissues, get them. If you need a pause, pause. You're not rushing anything. And when you're ready, we'll begin speaking to this child with the gentleness they always deserved. Now I leave you grounded, feet on the floor, hands resting, breath a little slower. We're going to begin with the letter A. A is for allowance. When I say allowance, I'm talking about something many of us never had as children. The space to feel what we felt without being shut down, mocked, punished, or ignored. I want you to look at that younger version of you sitting in a chair across from you. Notice their face. Notice their posture. Notice if they look tense, guarded, confused, or like they're waiting for something bad to happen. This child learned very early what was allowed and what was not allowed. Maybe they were told not to cry. Maybe they were told to be strong or stop being dramatic. Maybe they were praised only when they were helpful, quiet, or impressive. So the nervous system adapted. They learned to hide their real feelings to stay safe, to stay loved, or at least to avoid trouble. Allowance is the opposite of that. Allowance says, you're allowed to feel what you feel, and nothing inside you is too much for me. I want you to imagine yourself, your present-day self, leaning forward just a little in your chair. You're not rushing, you're not forcing. You're simply letting that child know, I can handle you. I can handle your tears, your anger, your confusion, your silence. Notice what happens in your body as you say that. Do you feel tightness in your chest? A lump in your throat? A heaviness in your stomach? That's okay. That's your system remembering what it was like not to be allowed. Take a slow breath in and out. Ma, gently, I want you to speak to that child in front of you. You can say it out loud or in your mind, whichever feels safer. Here's your mantra for A.
You are allowed to feel everything you feel, and I will not turn away.
Nothing. Simple. not small. In this session, we all repeat that line again and again. Not because you don't understand it, but because your inner child needs to hear it more times than they heard the opposite. Let that sentence sink into the room between you and that child. Let it echo in their bones. Let it echo in yours.
You are allowed to feel everything you feel, and I will not turn away. You are allowed to feel everything you feel, and I will not turn away. You are allowed to feel everything you feel, and I will not turn away. You are allowed to feel everything you feel, and I will not turn away. You are allowed to feel everything you feel, and I will not, and I will not turn away. You are allowed to feel everything you feel, and I to feel everything you feel, and I will not turn away.
Now that you've spent time with allowance, we're going to move gently to the letter B. B is for belonging. Belonging is different from just being around people. You can be surrounded by family, classmates, a whole community, and still feel like you're on the outside looking in. I want you to look again at the child in the chair. Ask yourself, where did this child feel like they didn't belong? Maybe they were the quiet one in a loud family. Maybe they were the sensitive one in a tough environment. Maybe they were the responsible one in a chaotic home. Maybe they were the one who noticed everything but had no one to tell. Belonging is not about fitting into a role. Belonging is about being welcomed as you are. From a clinical perspective, when a child doesn't feel like they belong, their nervous system stays on alert. They scan for rejection. They overperform, overgive, or disappear into the background. Their body learns to brace for being left out, misunderstood, or unseen. Emotionally, that can turn into a deep, quiet ache. A belief that says, I'm always the extra one, I'm always the outsider. I want you to notice if any part of that feels familiar in your adult life. Do you still feel like you're on the edge of the group? Do you still wait for the moment you'll be excluded, forgotten, or replaced? Take a breath in and out.
Now I want you to imagine that the room you're in expands just a little. Not physically, but emotionally. The space around you and that child becomes softer, warmer, perceived clearly, a sense of belonging. Lean in gently and let your voice be steady. You're not trying to convince them with hype, you're offering them something true. Tell them you belong with me. There is nothing about you that makes you too much or not enough for this space.
Notice how they respond.
Maybe they look away.
Maybe they don't believe you yet.
That's okay.
Belonging is not built in one sentence. It's built in repetition, in presence, in showing up again and again from a body perspective.
I want you to feel what belonging might feel like. Imagine your shoulders dropping just a little more. Imagine your jaw clenching. Imagine your breath moving more freely in your chest. Belonging in the body feels like
I don't have to be on guard every second. I'm allowed to be here. Now we're gonna give your inner child a mantra for B. Something we will repeat slowly many times so that it can begin to rewrite the old script. Here it is.
you belong with me, exactly as you are.
Let that sentence sit between you.
Let it wrap around that child like a gentle blanket.
You don't have to force them to accept it.
You just have to keep offering it. You belong with me, exactly as you are. 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 You belong with me, exactly as you are.
Now that you've completed the letter B, and you've offered that younger version of yourself a sense of belonging, we're going to move gently into the letter C. C is for comfort. Before we begin, I want you to check in with your body. Notice your shoulders, notice your jaw, notice your breath. Notice if anything inside you feels tight, guarded, or braced. Comfort is not something every child received. In fact, many children learn to comfort themselves long before they ever should have had to.
Some learn to stay quiet so they wouldn't cause trouble. Some learn to be helpful so they wouldn't be yelled at. Some learn to disappear so they wouldn't be hurt. Some learn to be the strong one because no one else was.
Comfort, for many people, is unfamiliar. It can even feel unsafe at first, because the body doesn't know what to do when someone finally says, "You don't have to hold everything alone." I want you to look at the child in the chair again. Notice how they're sitting. Notice if they look tense or small or like they're waiting for something. Notice if they look like they're trying to be brave for you. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture just a little, not leaning forward aggressively, not rushing, just letting your presence become warmer, calmer, more available. Comfort is not about fixing anything.
Comfort is about being with from a psychological standpoint. Comfort is one of the earliest forms of emotional child cries and someone picks them up, their nervous system learns I am not alone in this feeling.
When a child is scared and someone sits beside them, their body learns. Fear doesn't mean abandonment. When a child is overwhelmed and someone says,
I'm here, their brain learns safety through connection. If a child didn't receive that, their adult self may struggle with comfort now.
they may push people away. They may feel embarrassed when they need help. They may apologize for having emotions. They may feel guilty for resting. They may believe comfort is something they have to earn. Take a slow breath in and out. Now I want you to speak to that child in the chair. Not with pressure, not with intensity. Just with presence, you can say something like, you don't have to be strong right now. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to hold everything by yourself. I'm here with you. Notice how your body responds as you say that. Do you feel warmth? Do you feel resistance? Do you feel sadness? Do you feel nothing at all? Whatever you feel is okay. Comfort is a practice, not a performance. Now imagine yourself offering that child something symbolic. A blanket, a soft light, a warm presence, a steady hand resting near them but not touching unless they want it. Let them choose how close you get. Let them set the pace. Comfort is not about doing. Comfort is about allowing. Now we're gonna give your inner child the mantra for C. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize what comfort feels like. Here is your mantra.
You don't have to be strong right now, I'm here with you. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air, let it soften you. You don't have to be strong right now, I'm here with you. You don't have to be strong right now, I'm here with you. You don't have to be strong right now, I'm here with you. You don't have to be strong right now, I'm here with you. You don't have to be strong right now, I'm here with you. You don't have to be strong right now, I'm here with you.
Now that you've completed the letter C, and you've offered that younger version of yourself comfort, real comfort, the kind that doesn't rush or demand, we're going to move gently into the letter D. D is for dependability. Before we begin, I want you to check in with your body again. Notice your breath. Notice your spine. Notice if you're leaning forward, leaning back, or holding tension anywhere. Just observe. No judgment. No pressure. Dependability is one of the deepest wounds a child can carry when it's missing. Because when the adults around you are unpredictable, emotionally, physically, or mentally, your nervous system learned to live in a state of constant readiness. Some children grew up with caregivers who were loving one moment and distant the next. Some grew up with adults who made promises they never kept. Some grew up with people who were physically present, but emotionally unavailable. Some grew up with chaos, mood swings, instability, inconsistency, silence, explosions, or simply adults who were too overwhelmed to show up. When a child cannot depend on the people who are supposed to protect them, their body learns a painful lesson. I have to handle everything myself, and that belief follows them into adulthood. It shows up in the way they overfunction. It shows up in the way they never ask for help. It shows up in the way they apologize for needing anything at all. It shows up in the way they brace for disappointment, even in safe relationships. Dependability is not about perfection. Dependability is about presence. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look hesitant. Notice if they're watching you closely, trying to figure out if you're gonna stay or if you're gonna disappear like others did. This is where we slow down even more. Take a deep breath in, hold, and release. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, settling into your chair with a little more intention. Your posture becomes steady. Your breath becomes even. Your presence becomes something the child can lean on. Dependability from a psychological standpoint is one of the core foundations of secure attachment. It teaches the nervous system. I can relax because someone will show up when I need them. But if a child never had that, their adult self may struggle to trust consistency. They may expect abandonment. They may sabotage closeness. They may feel uncomfortable when someone is actually reliable because it feels unfamiliar. So right now, in this moment, you're going to offer that child something they may have never received. A dependable presence. Not a perfect presence. Not a heroic presence. Just a steady one. I want you to speak to that child gently, with the kind of tone that says, "I'm not going anywhere." You can say something like, "I am here with you. I am not leaving." You don't have to handle everything alone anymore. Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften, maybe they look away, maybe they don't believe you yet. That's okay. Dependability is proven over time, not in one moment. Now I want you to feel what dependability feels like in your own body. Imagine your breath becoming a little deeper. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your feet grounding even more into the earth beneath you. Imagine your presence becoming something solid. Not rigid, not tense, just steady. Dependability is a gift you give to your inner child by showing up again and again, even when it feels unfamiliar. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for D. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize what dependability feels like. Here is your mantra.
I am here with you, and I am not leaving. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it echo softly. Let it become something the child can return to whenever they feel alone. I am here with you, and I am not leaving. I am here with you, and I am not leaving. I am here
Now that you've completed the letter D, and you've offered that younger version of yourself a dependable presence, we're going to move gently into the letter E. E is for ease. Before we begin, I want you to take a moment and notice your breath. Not to change it, not to force it, just to notice it. Ease is something many children never experienced. Some grew up in homes where tension was the default, where the air felt thick, where you could feel the mood of the house before you even walk through the door, where you learned to tiptoe, to monitor, to anticipate, to shrink, because the smallest thing could set off a storm. When a child grows up in an environment like that, their body learns to stay alert. Their muscles stay tight. Their breath stays shallow. Their mind stays scanning for danger. Their nervous system never gets to rest. Ease becomes foreign. Ease becomes suspicious. Ease becomes something the body doesn't trust. So right now, I want you to look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look tense. Notice if they look like they're waiting for something to go wrong. Notice if they look like they're holding their breath. This is where we slow down even more. Take a deep breath in. Hold and release. Ease is not the absence of problems. Ease is the absence of pressure. From a psychological standpoint, ease is what happens when the nervous system feels safe enough to stop bracing for impact. Emotionally, ease feels like I don't have to perform right now. I don't have to protect myself every second. I can just be. Mentally, ease feels like space, like the mind isn't racing. Like you don't have to solve everything at once. Physically, ease feels like warmth spreading through the chest, but the shoulders dropping. Like the jaw unclenching, like the breath deepening without effort. Now, I want you to imagine yourself the adult you are today, softening your posture just a little more. Let your breath slow. Let your presence become gentle, steady, unhurried. Ease is something you offer through your energy, not your words, but we will use words too. Speak to the child in the chair. Let your voice be soft, patient, and warm. You can say something like, you don't have to rush. You don't have to brace. You don't have to be on guard. You can rest here with me. Notice how the child responds. Maybe they relax. Maybe they look confused. Maybe they don't know what ease feels like. That's okay. Ease is land slowly. Now, I want you to feel ease in your own body. Imagine your breath moving deeper into your belly. Imagine your shoulders melting downward. Imagine your spine lengthening just a little. Imagine your feet grounding into the earth beneath you, steady and supported. Ease is not something you force. Ease is something you allow. Now, we're gonna give your inner child the mantra for E. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize what ease feels like. Here is your mantra. You don't have to brace anymore. You can rest with me. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you.
You don't have to brace anymore. You can rest with me.
You don't have to brace anymore. You can rest with me.
You don't have to brace anymore. You can rest with me.
You don't have to brace anymore. You can rest with me.
You don't have to brace anymore.
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 You can rest with me.
You don't have to brace anymore.
You can rest with me.
You can rest with me.
You can rest with me.
You don't have to brace anymore. You can rest with me.
Can rest with me.
You don't have to brace anymore. You can rest with me.
Now that you've completed the letter E, and you've offered that younger version of yourself a sense of ease, a moment where the body didn't have to brace, we're going to move gently into the letter F. F is for forgiveness. And I want to be very clear from the beginning. This is not about forgiving people who harmed you. This is not about excusing what happened. This is not about minimizing your pain. This is about self-forgiveness. The kind that becomes necessary when a child grows up believing that everything was their fault. Before we begin, check in with your body. Notice if your chest tightens at the word forgiveness. Notice if your stomach drops. Notice if your breath becomes shallow. These reactions are common. They are the body remembering. Many children internalize blame because it gives them a sense of control. If they believe, it's my fault, then they can also believe, maybe I can fix it. But children cannot fix adults. Children cannot fix chaos. Children cannot fix neglect. Children cannot fix emotional unavailability. Children cannot fix instability. Children cannot fix trauma. And yet, so many children try. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look guilty. Notice if they look ashamed. Notice if they look like they're waiting to be told they did something wrong. This is where we slow down even more. Take a deep breath in. Hold. And release. Forgiveness of self is one of the deepest forms of reparenting, because it requires you, the adult, to tell the child a truth they never heard. You are not responsible for the things that happen around you. From a psychological standpoint, self-blame is a survival strategy. It helps a child make sense of chaos. It helps them feel less powerless. It helps them believe they can prevent future harm by being better, quieter, more helpful, more perfect. Emotionally, self-blame becomes a heavy coat that the adult self continues to wear long after the weather has changed.
Mentally, it becomes a loop. I should have known better. I should have done more. I should have been different. Physically, it shows up as tension in the chest, tightness in the throat, a heaviness in the stomach, a constant sense of being wrong or too much. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become steady and warm. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received. Release from responsibility that was never theirs. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, patient, and sincere. You can say something like, "You were a child. You were doing the best you could with what you had. You were never meant to carry the blame for what adults failed to do." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they cry. Maybe they look confused. Maybe they look away. Maybe they don't believe you yet. That's okay. Self-forgiveness is not a switch, it is a slow unlearning. Now I want you to feel what self-forgiveness might feel like in your own body. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your breath moving more freely. Imagine a weight lifting from your shoulders, even if only a little. Forgiveness of self is not about forgetting. It is about releasing the burden that never belonged to you in the first place. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for F. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You were a child, and it was never your fault. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you. You were a child, and it was never your fault. You were a child, and it was never your fault. You were a child, and it was never your fault.
Now that you've completed the letter F, and you've offered that younger version of yourself the truth, that it was never their fault, we're going to move gently into the letter G. G is for gentleness. Before we begin, I want you to take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Gentleness is one of the most powerful forms of reparenting because it is something many children rarely experienced. Some children grew up in homes where the tone was sharp, where voices were loud, where patience was thin, where tenderness was scarce. Some grew up with adults who were overwhelmed, who snapped easily, who didn't know how to speak softly, who didn't know how to soothe, who didn't know how to slow down. When a child grows up without gentleness, they learn to be hard on themselves. They learn to rush. They learn to push. They learn to criticize themselves before anyone else can. They learn to hide their softness because softness felt unsafe. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look tense. Notice if they look like they're bracing for correction. Notice if they look like they're waiting to be told they're wrong. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. Gentleness is not weakness. Gentleness is not passivity. Gentleness is not indulgence. Gentleness is care without pressure. Gentleness is truth without harm. Gentleness is presence without demand from a psychological standpoint. Gentleness is what helps the nervous system shift from survival mode into connection mode. Emotionally, gentleness feels like warmth spreading through the chest. Mentally, it feels like space opening up inside the mind. Physically, it feels like the body softening after years of being clenched. Now, I want you to imagine yourself the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your shoulders drop, let your breath deepen, let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. A gentle voice. Speak to them slowly. Let your tone be soft, warm, and steady. You can say something like, "You don't have to be perfect with me. You don't have to hide your feelings. You don't have to rush. I will speak to you softly the way you always deserved." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they relax, maybe they cry, maybe they look confused, maybe they don't know how to receive gentleness yet. That's okay. Gentleness is learned slowly, especially when it was missing in childhood. Now I want you to feel gentleness in your own body. Imagine your breath moving deeper into your belly. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your jaw unclenching. Imagine your hands softening in your lap. Gentleness is not something you force. Gentleness is something you allow. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for G. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice so that the younger self can begin to internalize what gentleness feels like.
Here's your mantra. I will speak to you softly. You deserve gentleness. Here's your mantra. I will speak to you softly. You deserve gentleness. I will speak to you softly. You deserve gentleness. I will speak to you softly. You deserve gentleness. I will speak to you softly. You deserve gentleness. I will speak to you softly. You deserve gentleness. Use your motions. I will speak to you softly. You deserve gentleness.
Now that you've completed the letter G, and you've offered that younger version of yourself gentleness, the kind of gentleness that softens the nervous system, we're going to move slowly into the letter H. H is for Holden. Before we begin, I want you to take a slow breath in and release. Holding is one of the deepest needs a child has, and one of the most painful needs to go unmet. Some children grew up in homes where physical affection was rare. Some grew up with adults who were too overwhelmed to offer comfort. Some grew up with caregivers who were emotionally distant, who didn't know how to soothe, who didn't know how to sit with a child's fear or sadness. Some grew up with chaos, where holding wasn't even a possibility when a child is not held, physically or emotionally. Their body learns to hold itself, their muscles tighten, their breath shortens, their heart learns to beat quietly. Their emotions stay tucked away because there was no one to help them carry the weight. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look like they're holding themselves together. Notice if they look like they're trying not to cry. Notice if they look like they're waiting for permission to collapse. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. Holding, in the context of reparenting, is not always physical. It is emotional. It is psychological. It is energetic. Holding means I can sit with you and your feelings without trying to fix you, rush you, or silence you. From a psychological standpoint, being held teaches the nervous system that it does not have to face distress alone. It teaches the brain that connection is possible. It teaches the heart that vulnerability is safe. Emotionally, holding feels like warmth spreading through the chest. Mentally, it feels like someone turning on a soft light in a dark room. Physically, it feels like the body loosening after years of being clenched. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly, a sense of being held. You don't have to imagine physical touch if that feels uncomfortable.
Holding can be energetic. Holding can be emotional. Holding can be the way you sit with them without turning away.
Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and steady. You can say something like, "You don't have to hold everything by yourself anymore. I can hold this moment with you. You are not alone in your feelings." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften, maybe they cry, maybe they look confused, maybe they don't know how to receive this yet. That's okay. Holding is learned slowly, especially when it was missing in childhood. Now I want you to feel what holding feels like in your own body. Imagine your breath moving deeper into your belly. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine your presence becoming something steady and warm. Holding is not something you force. Holding is something you offer. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for H. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize what holding feels like. Here is your mantra. You don't have to hold this alone, I'm here with you.
Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you. You don't have to hold this alone, I'm here with you. You don't have to hold this alone, I'm here with you. You don't have to hold this alone, I'm to hold this alone, I'm here with you. You don't have to hold this alone, I'm here with you.
Now that you've completed the letter H, and you've offered that younger version of yourself the experience of being held, emotionally, energetically, patiently, we're going to move gently into the letter I. I is for innocence. Before we begin, take a slow breath in. Hold and release. Innocence is one of the most misunderstood parts of childhood. Many people think innocence means being naive or fragile or unaware. But innocence, in the context of reparenting, means something much deeper. It means you were not responsible for the things that happened around you. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice their face, notice their posture, notice if they look older than their age. Not physically, but emotionally. Some children carry an adult's weight in a child's body. Some children learn to read the room before they learn to read words. Some children learn to soothe others before they learn to soothe themselves. Some children learn to anticipate danger before they learn to anticipate joy. When a child is forced to grow up too quickly, their innocence is not lost. It is taken. And the adult they become often carries a quiet, painful belief. I should have known better. I should have done more. I should have stopped it. I should have been different. But children cannot stop adults. Children cannot fix dysfunction. Children cannot prevent trauma. Children cannot control the emotional weather of a household. Children cannot be the parent. Take another slow breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, when innocence is disrupted, the nervous system adapts by becoming hyper-aware, hyper-responsible, hyper-vigilant. The child becomes the caretaker, the peacekeeper, the emotional sponge, the one who absorbs what others should have managed. Emotionally, this creates a deep sense of guilt and shame. Mentally, it creates confusion. A child trying to make sense of adult problems. Physically, it creates tension in the chest, tightness in the throat, a heaviness in the stomach. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen, let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are gonna offer that child something they may have never heard clearly. You were innocent. Not naive, not foolish, not responsible, innocent. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You were a child. You were never meant to carry adult burdens. You were innocent, even when the world around you was not." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften, maybe they cry, maybe they look confused, maybe they look away, maybe they don't believe you yet. That's okay. Innocence is something that must be returned slowly, with patience, with repetition, with presence. Now I want you to feel innocence in your own body. Not childishness, but the release of responsibility that was never yours. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine a weight lifting from your shoulders. Imagine your inner world becoming just a little lighter. Innocence is not something you earn. Innocence is something you reclaim. Now we're gonna give your inner child the mantra for I. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burdens.
Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you.
You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burdens. You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burden. You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burden. You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burdens. You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burdens. You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burden. You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burden. You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burdens. You were innocent, you were never meant to carry their burdens. You were innocent.
Now that you've completed the letter I, and you've returned innocence to that younger version of yourself, the innocence that was taken, not lost, we're gonna move gently into the letter J. J is for joy, but not the loud, overwhelming kind of joy, not the forced kind, not the smile for the camera kind, not the kind you had to perform as a child to make adults comfortable. This is joy reintroduced slowly. Before we begin, take a slow breath in.
Hold and release.
Joy is a complicated experience for many people who grew up in difficult environments. Some children learned that joy was temporary, that good moments were always followed by something painful. Some learned that joy made them a target, that if they were too happy, someone would knock them down. Some learned that joy was unsafe, that it drew attention they didn't want. Some learned that joy was conditional, that they had to earn it by being perfect, quiet, helpful, or impressive. So as adults, joy can feel unfamiliar, suspicious, dangerous, or simply out of reach.
Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look hesitant. Notice if they look like they're waiting for the moment to be ruined. Notice if they look like they don't trust good feelings. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in
And out. From a psychological standpoint, joy is one of the first emotions to shut down in unsafe environments. The nervous system prioritizes survival over pleasure. It prioritizes vigilance over play. It prioritizes scanning for danger over relaxing into happiness. Emotionally, this creates a pattern where joy feels fleeting or undeserved or dangerous. Mentally, it creates a belief that says, Don't get too happy. Something bad will happen. Physically, it shows up as tension in the chest, even during good moments, as if the body is waiting for the other shoe to drop. Now, I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Permission to feel joy without fear. Not all at once. Not in a big, overwhelming way, but slowly, gently, at their pace. Speak to them softly. Let your voice be warm and steady. You can say something like, "You're allowed to feel good things without waiting for them to disappear. You don't have to brace for the bad. You can let joy in slowly at your own pace." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they smile a little. Maybe they look confused. Maybe they look scared. Maybe they look like they want joy but don't trust it yet. That's okay.
Joy is one of the last things to return, because it is one of the first things taken.
Now, I want you to feel what slow joy might feel like in your own body. Not excitement, not intensity, just a gentle warmth in the chest, a softening in the shoulders, a breath that feels a little lighter, a moment where nothing is demanded of you. Joy in reparenting is not about being cheerful. It is about allowing yourself to experience moments of goodness without fear, guilt, or self-punishment. Now, we're going to give your inner child the mantra for Jay. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you.
You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things.
You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things.
You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things.
You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things.
You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things.
You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things. You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things. You can let joy in slowly. You are safe with good things.
Now that you've completed the letter J, and you've offered that younger version of yourself permission to let joy return slowly, safely, and at their own pace, we're going to move gently into the letter K. K is for knowing. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Knowing is a deep, internal truth. The kind that lives in the body, long before the mind has the words to explain it. Many children knew things they were never supposed to know. They knew when the house didn't feel safe. They knew when an adult's mood was about to shift. They knew when to stay quiet. They knew when to disappear. They knew how to read tension in the air before they could read a single sentence in a book. Some children knew how to comfort others before anyone ever comforted them. Some knew how to protect siblings before anyone protected them. Some knew how to survive before they ever learned how to simply live. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice their eyes. Notice if they look older than their age, not physically, but emotionally. Notice if they look like they've seen too much, felt too much, carried too much. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, children develop what we call implicit knowing, a body-based awareness that forms when the environment is unpredictable or unsafe. The body becomes the first alarm system. The body becomes the first protector. The body becomes the first historian. Emotionally, this creates a child who feels responsible for things far beyond their capacity. Mentally, it creates a child who is always scanning, always anticipating, always preparing. Physically, it creates tension in the shoulders, tightness in the stomach, a constant readiness in the muscles. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Validation of what they knew. Not blame, not pressure, not responsibility, just acknowledgement. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You knew things no child should have had to know. Your body remembered what your mind couldn't explain. I believe you. I trust what you felt." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften, maybe they cry, maybe they look relieved, maybe they look like they've been waiting decades for someone to say those words. Now I want you to feel what knowing feels like in your own body. Not the burdened knowing of childhood, but the grounded knowing of adulthood. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine your inner world saying, "I can trust my own awareness now." Knowing in reparenting is about honoring the wisdom your younger self carried without letting it define your entire life. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for K. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra. I believe you, your body knew the truth. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you.
I believe you, your body knew the truth. 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 I believe
your body knew the truth.
Now that you've completed the letter K, and you've offered that younger version of yourself validation, the kind of validation that says, I believe you, we're going to move gently into the letter L. L is for love. But not the kind of love you may have grown up with. Not the conditional kind. Not the be good and I'll approve of you kind. Not the perform and I'll pay attention kind. Not the don't upset me or I'll withdraw kind. This is steady love. Love that doesn't shift with your mood. Love that doesn't disappear when you make a mistake. Love that doesn't require perfection, silence, or self-erasure before we begin. Take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Love is one of the most powerful forces in reparenting, and also one of the most misunderstood. Many children grew up with love that was unpredictable. Some grew up with love that was loud one moment and cold the next. Some grew up with love that depended on performance, grades, behavior, helpfulness, emotional caretaking. Some grew up with love that was withheld as punishment or control. Some grew up with love that was present, but inconsistent, confusing, or unstable. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look hesitant. Notice if they look like they're waiting to be judged. Notice if they look like they're trying to earn your approval even now. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, conditional love teaches a child that their worth is tied to their behavior. It teaches them that affection must be earned. It teaches them that mistakes make them unlovable. It teaches them that their needs are burdens. It teaches them that love is fragile, that it can be taken away at any moment. Emotionally, this creates a deep fear of rejection. Mentally, it creates self-criticism, self-doubt, and a constant need to prove oneself. Physically, it creates tension in the chest, tightness in the throat, and a constant sense of being not enough. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Love that does not disappear. Not love that demands, not love that judges, not love that shifts with your mood. Love that stays. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, you don't have to earn my care. You don't have to perform for me. You don't have to be perfect. I care for you because you exist, not because of what you do. Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they cry. Maybe they look confused. Maybe they look like they've never heard those words before. That's okay. Steady love is learned slowly, especially when love was unpredictable in childhood. Now I want you to feel what steady love might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening, imagine your chest loosening, imagine your shoulders dropping, imagine a warmth spreading through your heart space. Not intense, not overwhelming, just steady. Love in reparenting is not about intensity, it is about consistency. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for L. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra. You don't have to earn love, you are worthy of steady care. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you.
You don't have to earn love. You are worthy of steady care. You don't have to earn love. You are worthy of steady care. You don't have to earn love. You are worthy of steady care. You don't have to earn love. You are worthy of steady care. You don't have to earn love. You are worthy of steady care. You don't have to earn love. You are worthy of steady care. You don't have to earn love. You are worthy of steady care. You don't have to earn love. You are worthy of steady care.
Now that you've completed the letter L, and you've offered that younger version of yourself steady, unconditional care, the kind of love that doesn't shift with performance or perfection, we're gonna move gently into the letter M. M is for mirroring. Before we begin, take a slow breath in. Hold and release. Mirroring is one of the most essential emotional needs in childhood and one of the most overlooked. Mirroring is the process of having your inner world reflected back to you with accuracy, warmth, and understanding. When a child cries and someone says, "You're sad, and I'm here," that is mirroring. When a child is scared and someone says, "That was frightening, wasn't it?" that is mirroring. When a child is excited and someone says, "I see how happy you are," that is mirroring. Mirroring teaches a child, my feelings make sense. My reactions are valid. I am understood. But many children never received that. Some grew up with adults who dismissed their feelings. Some grew up with adults who mocked their emotions. Some grew up with adults who minimized their experiences. Some grew up with adults who were too overwhelmed to notice what the child was feeling at all. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look unsure. Notice if they look like they're waiting to be corrected. Notice if they look like they're trying to hide their feelings, because no one ever reflected them back with kindness. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, mirroring is what helps a child develop emotional intelligence. It teaches them how to identify their feelings, how to regulate them, how to trust their internal world. Without mirroring, a child grows up feeling confused, misunderstood, or emotionally invisible. Emotionally, the absence of mirroring creates self-doubt. Mentally, it creates confusion about one's own reactions. Physically, it creates tension in the chest and throat, as if the body is holding unspoken truths. Now, I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You're going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly.
accurate, compassionate mirroring. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm and sincere. You can say something like,
I see you.
I see what you're feeling.
Your emotions make sense.
You don't have to hide them from me. Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften, maybe they cry, maybe they look relieved, maybe they look like they've been waiting their whole life for someone to finally understand them. Now I want you to feel what mirroring feels like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your inner world saying, my feelings are real. My reactions make sense.
Emotional reflection they never receive. Now we're going to give your inner child a mantra for him.
This is the line
We will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth.
Here is your mantra.
I see you.
What you feel makes sense.
Let that sentence settle into the space between you.
Let it soften the air.
Let it soften you. I see you. What you feel makes sense. I see you. What you feel makes sense. I see you. What you feel makes sense. I see you. What you feel makes sense.
Now that you've completed the letter M, and you've offered that younger version of yourself the experience of being mirrored, truly seen, truly understood, we're going to move gently into the letter N. N is for nurture. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Nurture is one of the most fundamental needs of childhood, and yet it is one of the most inconsistently given. Nurture is not just feeding, clothing, or sheltering a child. Nurture is emotional nourishment. Nurture is warmth. Nurture is softness. Nurture is presence. Nurture is the gentle tending of a child's inner world. Some children grew up with adults who provided the basics, but never offered emotional care. Some grew up with adults who were physically present, but emotionally absent. Some grew up with adults who were overwhelmed, who didn't know how to nurture, because they themselves were never nurtured. Some grew up with chaos, where nurture was a luxury no one had the capacity to give. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look hungry, not for food, but for warmth, for softness, for someone to care about their inner world. Notice if they look like they've been surviving on emotional scraps. Notice if they look like they've been waiting their whole life for someone to tend to them gently. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, nurture is what teaches a child that their needs matter. It teaches them that they are worth caring for. It teaches them that they deserve softness, comfort, and attention. Without nurture, a child grows up believing that their needs are burdens, that their emotions are inconveniences, that asking for help is wrong, that they must be self-sufficient at all times. Emotionally, the absence of nurture creates loneliness. Mentally, it creates self-neglect. Physically, it creates tension in the chest, a tightness in the stomach, and a constant sense of being unworthy of care. Now, I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Nurture without conditions, not nurture that demands perfection, not nurture that disappears when you make a mistake, not nurture that is earned, nurture that is given because you exist. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You deserve softness. You deserve warmth. You deserve care that doesn't disappear. I want to tend to you gently, the way you always needed." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they cry. Maybe they look confused. Maybe they look like they've never been tended to before. That's okay. Nurture is learned slowly, especially when it was missing in childhood. Now I want you to feel what nurture might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a warmth spreading through your heart space. Not overwhelming, just steady, just enough. Nurture and reparenting is about giving the child inside you the emotional nourishment they were denied. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for N. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You deserve warmth. You deserve to be gently cared for.
Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air.
You deserve warmth. You deserve to be gently cared for. You deserve warmth. You deserve to be gently cared for. You
deserve warmth.
You deserve to be gently cared for.
You deserve warmth.
You deserve warmth. You deserve to be gently cared for. You deserve warmth. You deserve to be gently cared for.
Now that you've completed the letter N, and you've offered that younger version of yourself nurture, the kind of emotional nourishment that says you deserve warmth, we're going to move gently into the letter O.
O is for openness. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Openness is not about being vulnerable with everyone. It's not about spilling your heart to people who haven't earned it. It's not about forcing yourself to be transparent when your body isn't ready. Openness in reparenting means something much deeper. It means allowing yourself to open slowly, at your own pace, without pressure, without fear, without shame. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look guarded. Notice if they look like they're holding their breath. Notice if they look like they're waiting to see whether it's safe to open up. Some children learned early that openness was dangerous, that showing feelings led to punishment, that expressing needs led to rejection, that being honest led to conflict, that being themselves led to ridicule, that letting someone in meant giving them the power to hurt you. So the child learned to close, to hide, to protect, to stay small, to stay quiet, to stay invisible. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, openness is tied to safety. The nervous system will not open. If it does not feel safe, it will not open. If it expects harm, it will not open. If it has been taught that vulnerability is dangerous. Emotionally, the absence of openness creates loneliness. Mentally, it creates self-doubt and overthinking. Physically, it creates tension in the chest, tightness in the throat, and a sense of being closed off from your own inner world. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Permission to open slowly, not all at once, not in a rush, not because someone demanded, but because it feels safe. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You don't have to open quickly. You don't have to share everything at once. You can open slowly at your own pace. I will not rush you. I will not push you. I will stay with you as you unfold." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they look relieved. Maybe they look unsure. Maybe they look like they want to open, but don't know how yet. That's okay. Openness is learned slowly, especially when it was unsafe in childhood. Now I want you to feel what openness might feel like in your own body. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a small, gentle opening in your heart space. Not wide, not overwhelming, just enough to let in a little light. Openness in reparenting is not about exposure. It is about permission. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for Rôvi. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You can open slowly. I will not rush you. You can open.
Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften you.
Now that you've completed the letter O, and you've offered that younger version of yourself permission to open slowly, safely, and at their own pace, we're going to move gently into the letter P. P is for protection. Before we begin, take a slow breath in and release. Protection is one of the deepest needs of childhood, and one of the most devastating to go unmet. Some children grow up in homes where no one stepped in, where no one shielded them from chaos, where no one defended them from cruelty, where no one noticed their fear, where no one said, "This is not your burden to carry." Some children grew up being the protector of siblings, of parents, of the household, of the emotional climate. It became the shield, because no one shielded them. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look exposed. Notice if they look like they're waiting for something to go wrong. Notice if they look like they've been standing guard their entire life. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, the absence of protection teaches a child that the world is unsafe, and that they must be hyper-vigilant to survive. It teaches them that no one will step in. It teaches them that they must anticipate danger. It teaches them that they must be the adults long before they are ready. Emotionally, this creates fear, self-blame, and a deep sense of being alone mentally. It creates overthinking, catastrophizing, and constant scanning for threats. Physically, it creates tension in the shoulders, tightness in the chest, and a body that never fully relaxes. I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Protection that is calm, consistent, and present. Not protection that is aggressive, not protection that is reactive, not protection that is conditional. Protection that says, "You are safe with me." Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You don't have to protect yourself from everything anymore. You don't have to stand guard. You don't have to be the strong one. I am here now, and I will protect your heart, your feelings, and your space." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they cry. Maybe they look confused. Maybe they look like they've never had anyone stand between them and danger. That's okay. Protection is learned slowly, especially when it was missing in childhood. Now I want you to feel what protection might feel like in your own body.
Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a sense of safety settling into your bones, not dramatic, not overwhelming, just steady. Protection and reparenting is not about shielding yourself from life. It is about knowing you don't have to face it alone. Now, we're gonna give your inner child the mantra for peace. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir for us, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra. You are safe with me.
I will protect you.
I will protect your heart.
Let that sentence settle
Let that sentence settle
into the space between you.
Let it soften the air.
Let it soften you.
You
Are safe with me.
are. I will protect your heart. You are safe with me.
We will protect
Your heart.
Now that you've completed the letter Q, and you've offered that younger version of yourself a quiet place, a place where nothing is demanded of them, we're going to move gently into the letter R. R is for reassurance. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Reassurance is one of the most powerful forms of emotional regulation, and yet it is one of the most inconsistently given in childhood. Some children grew up in homes where fear was met with dismissal. Some grew up with adults who said, "Stop crying," instead of, "I'm here." Some grew up with adults who minimized their feelings, who told them they were dramatic, too sensitive, too emotional, too much. Some children grew up with adults who were unpredictable, loving one moment, cold the next. Some grew up with adults who disappeared emotionally, leaving the child to soothe themselves long before they had the capacity to do so. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look uncertain. Notice if they look like they're waiting for something bad to happen. Notice if they look like they're bracing for disappointment. Even in this moment, this is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, reassurance is what teaches the nervous system that it is safe to relax. It is safe to breathe. It is safe to exist without fear of sudden harm. It is safe to trust the moment. Emotionally, reassurance softens anxiety. Mentally, it quiets catastrophic thinking. Physically, it loosens the chest, softens the jaw, and slows the heartbeat. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again,
Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Reassurance that they are safe in this moment. Not reassurance that denies their past. Not reassurance that invalidates their fear. Reassurance that acknowledges their history while grounding them in the present. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You are safe right now. You are not in the past anymore. Nothing is happening to you in this moment. I am here with you, and you are safe." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften, maybe they cry, maybe they look confused, maybe they look like they've been waiting their whole life for someone to say those words. That's okay. Reassurance is learned slowly, especially when fear was the default in childhood. Now I want you to feel what reassurance might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a sense of safety settling into your bones, not dramatic, not overwhelming, just steady. Reassurance in reparenting is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about reminding the child inside you that the danger is not here anymore. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for R. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you. You are safe in this moment, I am here with you.
Now that you've completed the letter R, and you've offered that younger version of yourself reassurance, the kind that says you are safe in this moment, we're going to move gently into the letter S. S is for softening. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Softening is one of the most profound shifts in reparenting, because it asks the body to do something it may not have done in decades. Let go even a little. Many children grew up in environments where softness was dangerous, where vulnerability was punished, where emotions were mocked, where tenderness was met with rejection, where being open meant being hurt, where being gentle meant being taken advantage of. So the child learned to harden, to brace, to tighten, to stay alert, to stay ready, to stay armored. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if their shoulders are raised. Notice if their jaw is tight. Notice if their hands are clenched. Notice if they look like they've been holding themselves together
for far too long. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, softening is the body's way of saying, I am no longer in danger. It is the nervous system shifting from survival into presence, from bracing into breathing, from guarding into receiving emotionally. Softening allows feelings to move instead of staying trapped. Mentally, softening quiets the inner critic. Physically, softening releases tension stored in the shoulders, the chest, the stomach, the throat. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Permission to soften, not to collapse, not to expose themselves, not to be unprotected, just to soften, even a little. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, you don't have to stay tense with me. You don't have to brace. You don't have to hold everything so tightly. You can soften here. You are safe enough to let go a little. Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they cry. Maybe they look confused. Maybe they look like they want to soften, but don't know how yet. That's okay. Softening is learned slowly, especially when tension was a survival strategy. Now I want you to feel what softening might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a gentle warmth spreading through your heart space. Not overwhelming, not intense, just soft. Softening in reparenting is not about letting your guard down completely. It is about letting your guard rest. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for S. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You can soften here. You are safe enough to let go. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you. You can soften here. You are safe enough to let go. You can soften here. You are safe enough to let go. You can soften here. You are safe enough to let go. You can soften here. You are safe enough to let go. You can soften here. You are safe enough to let go. You can soften here.
Now that you've completed the letter S, and you've offered that younger version of yourself permission to soften, to let their guard rest, even a little, we're going to move gently into the letter T. T is for trust, but not the kind of trust you were taught, not blind trust,
not forced trust, not trust demanded by adults who didn't earn it. This is trust rebuilt slowly. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Trust is one of the most fragile parts of childhood. Some children learned early that trust was dangerous, that adults said one thing and did another, that promises were broken, that safety was inconsistent, that affection could turn into anger without warning, that love could disappear overnight, that vulnerability could be used against them. So the child learned to trust no one, or to trust too quickly, or to trust unpredictably, or to trust only when they were perfect, or to trust only when they were invisible. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look cautious. Notice if they look like they're watching you closely. Notice if they look like they want to trust you, but don't know if it's safe. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, trust is not a decision. It is a nervous system response. The body decides before the mind does. The body remembers patterns. The body remembers danger. The body remembers inconsistency emotionally. Broken trust creates fear and self-protection. Mentally, it creates doubt and hypervigilance. Physically, it creates tension in the chest, tightness in the stomach, and a constant readiness to pull away. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Trust that is earned, not demanded. Trust that grows slowly. Trust that is built through consistency. Trust that honors their pace. Trust that respects their boundaries. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You don't have to trust me all at once. You don't have to rush. You don't have to open more than you're ready for. I will earn your trust slowly, and I will honor your pace." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they cry. Maybe they look unsure. Maybe they look like they want to trust, but are afraid of being hurt again. That's okay. Trust is learned slowly, especially when it was broken in childhood. Now I want you to feel what slow trust might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a small, gentle sense of safety settling in. Not certainty, not blind faith, just a quiet sense of maybe. Trust in reparenting is not about forcing yourself to believe. It is about allowing yourself to experience consistency until your body begins to relax. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for tea. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You can trust slowly. I will honor your pace. Let that sentence settle into the space between you.
Now that you've completed the letter T, and you've offered that younger version of yourself, trust rebuilds slowly. Trust that honors their pace. We're going to move gently into the letter U. U is for understanding. Before we begin, take a slow breath in. Hold and release. Understanding is one of the deepest emotional needs a child is not agreement, not approval, not perfection. Understanding. Understanding says,
I see why you felt that way.
I understand why you reacted like that.
Your feelings make sense in the context of what you lived through.
Many children never received that. Some grew up with adults who dismissed their emotions. Some grew up with adults who misunderstood them constantly. Some grew up with adults who interpreted their fear as defiance, their sadness as drama, their overwhelm as misbehavior. Some grew up with adults who never asked what happened to you, but instead asked what's wrong with you. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look misunderstood. Notice if they look like they've been explaining themselves their whole life. Notice if they look like they've been punished for feelings they never had the words for. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, understanding is what helps a child develop a coherent sense of self. It teaches them that their emotions have reasons. It teaches them that their reactions are rooted in experience, not flaws. It teaches them that they are not too much. They are simply human. Emotionally, understanding reduces shame. Mentally, it reduces confusion. Physically, it releases tension in the chest and throat, the places where unspoken truths tend to live. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Understanding without judgment. Not understanding that excuses harm. Not understanding that minimizes their pain. Understanding that says, your feelings make sense given what you lived through. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, I understand why you felt scared. I understand why you reacted the way you did. Nothing about your feelings was wrong. You made sense then, and you make sense now. Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they cry. Maybe they look relieved. Maybe they look like they've been waiting their whole life for someone to finally understand them. That's okay.
Understanding is learned slowly, especially when misunderstanding was the norm.
Now I want you to feel what understanding might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a gentle warmth spreading through your heart space. A warmth that says,
I make sense
understanding
in regret
in reparenting.
is not about rewriting the past.
It is about giving the child inside you the compassion they were denied. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for you. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice.
so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
Your feelings made sense, you make sense. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you. Your feelings made sense, you make sense. Ooh, oh, your feelings made sense, you make sense. Ooh, oh, your feelings made sense, you make sense. Ooh, oh, your feelings made sense, you make sense. Ooh, oh, your feelings made sense, you make sense. Your feelings make sense, you make sense. Your feelings make sense, you make sense. Your feelings make sense, you make sense.
Now that you've completed the letter U, and you've offered that younger version of yourself understanding, the kind that says you make sense, we're gonna move gently into the letter V. V is for validation. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Validation is one of the most essential emotional experiences a child needs, and one of the most painful to grow up without validation, tells a child.
Your feelings are real.
Your experience matters.
What happened to you counts.
Many children never received that. Some grew up with adults who minimized their pain. Some grew up with adults who said, it wasn't that bad, or you're overreacting, or stop being dramatic.
Some grew up with adults who denied their reality entirely, leaving the child to question their own memory, their own perception, their own truth.
Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look unsure of themselves. Notice if they look like they're waiting to be told they're wrong. Notice if they look like they've been carrying doubt that never belonged to them. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, validation is what helps a child develop trust in their own inner world. It teaches them that their emotions are signals, not flaws. It teaches them that their experiences are real, not imagined. It teaches them that their truth matters, even if others refuse to acknowledge it. Emotionally, validation reduces shame. Mentally, it reduces self-doubt. Physically, it releases tension in the chest and throat, the places where swallowed feelings tend to live. Now, I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Validation of their truth.
Not validation that excuses harm, not validation that blames them. Validation that says what you felt was real, what you lived through mattered.
Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like,
your feelings were real. Your pain was real. Your confusion was real. Your experience mattered even when no one acknowledged it.
Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften.
Maybe they soften.
Maybe they cry.
Maybe they look relieved.
Maybe they look like they've been waiting their whole life for someone to finally say, I believe you. That's okay.
Validation is learned slowly,
especially when invalidation was constant in childhood.
now I want you to feel what validation might feel like in your own body.
Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a gentle warmth spreading through your heart space, a warmth that says, my truth matters.
Validation in reparenting
It's not about proving anything, it is about honoring the reality of your younger self. Now we're gonna give your inner child the mantra for V. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
your feelings were real, your experience mattered. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air.
Let it soften you.
Your feelings were real, your experience mattered. 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 Your feelings were real, your experience mattered.
Now that you've completed the letter Va, and you've offered that younger version of yourself validation, the kind that says your experience mattered, we're gonna move gently into the letter W. Is for worthiness. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Worthiness is one of the deepest wounds a child can carry. When a child grows up without consistent care, without emotional presence, without protection, without understanding, they often come to a painful conclusion. There must be something wrong with me. Children don't assume adults failed them. Children assume they failed the adults. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look ashamed. Notice if they look small. Notice if they look like they're waiting to be told. They're too much, not enough, or somehow fundamentally flawed. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in.
And out from a psychological standpoint, worthiness is not a belief.
It is a felt sense. It lives in the body. It shows up in posture and breath, in the way someone takes up space or shrinks themselves. When worthiness is wounded, the body tightens, the chest collapses, the voice softens or disappears, the nervous system prepares for rejection. Even in safe moments, emotionally unworthiness creates shame. Mentally, it creates self-criticism and doubt. Physically, it creates tension in the stomach and chest, the places where fear of rejection tends to live. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today.
Softening your posture again.
Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are gonna offer that child something they may have never received clearly. The truth of their worth. Not worth based on performance. Not worth based on behavior. Not worth based on being helpful, quiet, perfect, or pleasing. Worth that exists simply because they exist.
Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm and sincere. You can say something like,
"You were worthy the whole time."
not because of what you did, not because of how you behaved, not because you tried so hard. You were worthy simply because you were you. Notice how the child responds.
Maybe they soften, maybe they cry, maybe they look confused, maybe they look like they've never heard those words.
Spoken without conditions. That's okay. Worthiness is learned slowly, especially when childhood taught the opposite. Now I want you to feel what worthiness might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening, imagine your chest lifting gently, imagine your shoulders dropping, imagine a quiet warmth settling into your heart space. A warmth that says, I deserve to exist without shrinking.
Worthiness in reparenting is not about convincing yourself. It is about returning something that was always yours.
Now we're gonna give your inner child the mantra for W. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully.
Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you.
You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully. You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully. You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully. You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully. You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully. You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully. You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully. You were worthy all along. You deserve to exist fully.
Now that you've completed the letter W, and you've offered that younger version of your self-worthiness, the kind that says you deserve to exist fully, we're going to move gently into the letter X. X is for exhale. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Exhaling is one of the simplest things the body can do. And yet for many people who grew up in unsafe environments, it is one of the hardest. Some children learn to hold their breath when footsteps approached. Some learn to hold their breath when voices rose. Some learn to hold their breath when the house went quiet. Some learn to hold their breath because breathing felt too loud, too noticeable, too risky. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if their chest looks tight. Notice if their shoulders are raised. Notice if they look like they've been holding their breath for years, waiting for the next moment of danger, waiting for the next emotional shift, waiting for the next thing to survive. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, the exhale is the body's signal that it is safe enough to release tension, safe enough to stop bracing,
safe enough to let the nervous system shift from survival into presence. Emotionally, exhaling softens fear. Mentally, it quiets the mind. Physically, it loosens the chest, softens the jaw, and allows the shoulders to drop. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You're gonna offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Permission to exhale. Not to collapse. Not to let go of everything at once, just to release a little. Just to breathe without fear. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You don't have to hold your breath anymore. You don't have to brace for the next moment. You can exhale here. You are safe enough to breathe fully." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they cry. Maybe they take a shaky breath. Maybe they look like they've been waiting their whole life for someone to tell them it's safe to breathe. That's okay. Exhaling is learned slowly, especially when the body has been in survival mode for years. Now I want you to feel what exhaling might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a gentle release spreading through your heart space. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, just a quiet letting go. Exhaling in reparenting is not about forcing relaxation. It is about allowing the body to remember that safety exists in this moment. Now we're gonna give your inner child the mantra for X. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
You can exhale now. You are safe enough to breathe. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you. You can exhale now. You are safe enough to breathe. You can exhale now. You are safe enough to breathe. You can exhale now. You are safe enough to breathe. You can exhale now. You are safe enough to breathe.
You can exhale now. You are safe enough to breathe.
You can exhale now. You are safe enough to breathe.
Now that you've completed the letter X, and you've offered that younger version of yourself permission to exhale, to breathe without fear, we're going to move gently into the letter Y. Y is for yearning. Before we begin, take a slow breath in. Hold. And release. Yearning is one of the most human experiences a child can have. The longing for comfort,
The longing for safety,
the longing for affection,
the longing for attention,
the longing for someone to notice,
the longing for someone to stay.
the longing for someone to choose them. But many children were taught that yearning was wrong. Some were told they were too needy. Some were told they were too emotional. Some were told they were too sensitive. Some were told to stop wanting so much. Some were punished for reaching out. Some were ignored until they stopped reaching at all. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look like they're holding back a longing. Notice if they look like they want something. But don't dare ask. Notice if they look like they've learned that wanting is dangerous. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, yearning is not a flaw. It is a signal, a sign of unmet needs, a sign of a nervous system seeking connection, a sign of a child trying to survive in an environment that didn't meet them where they were. Emotionally, suppressed yearning becomes shame. Mentally, it becomes self-criticism. Physically, it becomes tightness in the chest, a lump in the throat, a heaviness in the stomach. Now, I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. Permission to want, not permission to demand, not permission to cling, permission to feel longing without shame, without punishment,
Without fear,
Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "It was okay to want comfort. It was okay to want attention. It was okay to want someone to stay. Your yearning was human. Your longing made sense." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften. Maybe they cry. Maybe they look relieved. Maybe they look like they've been waiting their whole life for someone to tell them that wanting wasn't wrong. That's okay. Yearning is learned slowly, especially when childhood taught that wanting was unsafe. Now, I want you to feel what honored yearning might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening.
imagine your chest loosening.
Imagine your shoulders dropping.
Imagine a gentle warmth spreading through your heart space.
A warmth that says, "My needs were real." Yearning and reparenting is not about getting everything you wanted. It is about acknowledging that your longing was valid. Now, we're going to give your inner child the mantra for why. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice, so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra. Your longing was human. Your needs were real. Let that sentence settle into the space between you. Let it soften the air. Let it soften you.
Your longing
Now that you've completed the letter Y, and you've honored the yearning of your younger self, the kind that says your needs were real, we're going to move gently into the final letter of this series. Z is for zero pressure. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold, and release. Zero pressure is the state every child deserves, but very few actually receive. It is the feeling of being allowed to exist without performing, without pleasing, without fixing, without anticipating, without shrinking, without earning. Look at the child in the chair again. Notice if they look tired from trying so hard. Notice if they look like they've been carrying responsibility that never belonged to them. Notice if they look like they've been living under expectations no child should ever have to meet. This is where we slow down even more. Take another breath in and out. From a psychological standpoint, pressure in childhood rewires the nervous system. It teaches the body to stay alert. It teaches the mind to stay vigilant. It teaches the heart to stay guarded. It teaches the child that love, safety, and acceptance are conditional. Zero pressure is the antidote. Emotionally, zero pressure creates relief. Mentally, it creates clarity. Physically, it creates softness in the chest, warmth in the stomach, and a loosening in the shoulders. Now I want you to imagine yourself, the adult you are today, softening your posture again. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence become warm, steady, and patient. You are going to offer that child something they may have never received clearly. A life with no pressure to be anything other than themselves. Speak to them gently. Let your voice be slow, warm, and sincere. You can say something like, "You don't have to try so hard with me. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to carry anything alone. There is zero pressure here. You get to just be." Notice how the child responds. Maybe they soften, maybe they cry, maybe they look relieved, maybe they look like they're finally letting go of a weight they've carried for far too long. That's okay. Zero pressure is learned slowly, especially when childhood demanded constant effort. Now I want you to feel what zero pressure might feel like in your own body. Imagine your breath deepening. Imagine your chest loosening. Imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine a gentle stillness settling into your heart space. A stillness that says, "I don't have to earn my right to be here." Zero pressure in reparenting is the final exhale, the soft landing, the return home. Now we're going to give your inner child the mantra for Z. This is the line we will repeat 8 times in the children's choir voice so that the younger self can begin to internalize this truth. Here is your mantra.
There is no pressure, you get to just be. There is no pressure here, you get to just be. There is no pressure here, you get to just be. There is no pressure here, you get to just be.
There is no pressure here, you get to just be. There is no pressure here, you get to just be.
There is no pressure here, there is no pressure here, you get to just be.
Before we close this journey, take one more slow breath in, hold, and release. You've moved through the alphabet, but more importantly, you've moved through yourself. You've met the child you once were, with patience, with softness, with honesty, with care. You've offered them things they waited years to receive: protection, validation,
warmth, permission, and worthiness. Now, imagine that child standing in front of you again. Notice how they look now. Notice what has softened. Notice what has settled. Notice what has been returned to them. You don't have to fix everything today. You don't have to heal everything today. You don't have to become a new person. You only have to stay with yourself, the way you stayed with them. Place a gentle hand over your heart. Feel the warmth of your own palm. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Feel the quiet truth of this moment. You are here. You are safe enough. You are allowed to rest. Let the child step closer. Let them lean into you. Let them feel the steadiness of your presence and say to them, softly, slowly, I'm not leaving you. Not now. Not ever. Let those words settle into your bones. Let them become a place you can return to. Whenever the world feels loud, or your heart feels tired, this is the end of the alphabet, but not the end of your becoming. You can come back to any letter, any moment, any truth, whenever you need it. For now, take one last slow breath in and release. You've done enough. You are enough. You get to rest now.